Hi, this is Water and Air 1111. Thank you for watching another video of mine. Thank you to everyone who's been liking, commenting, and subscribing to my channel and to my videos. Thank you to everyone who's been purchasing readings, and if you are interested in one, the link to my website is in the description below. Thank you to everyone who joined the live stream last night. It was great connecting and chatting with you guys. I know it was a bit impromptu, so everyone who maybe was interested in participating couldn't, but I will be creating like a pre-scheduled one the next couple of weeks, either the 18th or the 25th of August, I think, and I just need to figure out the timing because I do have some people who are watching from Europe, from Australia, from different areas, so let me know what times would work best for you. It would probably either be like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. Eastern, or like 5 p.m., 6 p.m. Eastern in the evening. So let me know which of those would be better or preferred, especially if you are outside of the United States. So I already did a kind of quick Divine Masculine Energy update in the live stream, but I want to dig more into it, so I'm going to be using my Oshos and Tarot cards here. This is literally the 4th time I'm trying to record this. I'm hoping this goes through this time. And let's see what we get. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so Divine Masculine Collective energy of what's going on. This isn't limited to just twin flame things or their Divine Feminines. This is just anything, life things, relationships, thought patterns that's going on. Divine Masculine Collective. First card we have is going with the flow. So some Divine Masculine, you're just really trying to, some of you are kind of releasing to a certain extent. You're saying, okay, I don't know what's happening. I can't control everything in my life. So you're just kind of releasing burdens regarding things. You're just saying, I'm just going to go with the flow. I'm going to go where the universe sends me. I'm going to go with the wave of the current and see where I end up next, because when you're swimming against the current, you struggle, you get tired, and you get frustrated, and then you get angry, and then it's a cycle of being upset. So you're kind of releasing that a bit, and you're saying, I'm just going to go with wherever this tide is taking me. Thunderbolts. So with this Thunderbolt, I feel like you're having realizations. This almost feels like the Tower, but not on an internal version of the Tower, if that makes sense. Like something within you has shifted. Something within you is kind of dying, is being reborn, has been lit like a blaze. If you look at this card, you can see like the shadow of someone sitting in the background, and then like the 2 people falling down. And there's like fire and lightning. So I feel like something mentally has shifted in you, and it's causing certain behavior, certain feelings to die. It's causing you to shift, and that may be also connected to this going with the flow card that we just got. It's like, because of whatever these Thunderbolt realizations were, whatever has caused, whatever's been shaken up, whatever's been shifted, you're realizing that you're needing to relinquish control for sure, for controlling a situation, but there are also other things that you're just needing to alleviate from your body, or needing to break free from. And I just want to see quickly. Thunderbolt. one more card for the Divine Masculine. Okay. Postponement. So, with this postponement card, this is stagnation. I mean, this is like the stagnation that I picked up on from the live stream that I did yesterday. Like 4 of Swords style, like not making any progress forward. You see that everything else is colorful besides the woman. Like that painting is colorful and full of life. The clothes that she's wearing, her shirt is colorful and full of life. But she herself, she's in black and white. She's not vibrant. And the background of where she's at is actually not vibrant either. So for some Divine Masculine, you may be feeling like no progress is being made. You may be feeling like you can't deal with certain things right now. I feel like some of you, this is you postponing your own progress, even though you know that this painting, this colorful painting is where you want to go. You are consciously or subconsciously postponing becoming vibrant and full of life and obtaining that painting for it to become your actual environment right now. Now, why you're doing that, I'm going to clarify and see if we can figure out why that is. But it's like you are not living your best life right now. You aren't living in the full kind of reality of what's possible. You're kind of even stuck in the past, stuck rethinking the past, instead of pushing forward towards something that's vibrant, towards something that's full of life and full of possibility. And the more something is postponed, the more, of course, you can't achieve anything if you don't make steps to move beyond your current state. So let's see this over here. So what is this going with the flow card about for the Divine Masculine? Okay, so only one card came reversed, which is the Empress card. Then we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Swords. And we have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like with this going with the flow card, you had been trying to maybe force something to happen, but it was continuously being delayed. Like I said, possibly trying to control a situation, feeling angry about something, having some type of built up energy and expectations about the way you wanted something to go, but it wasn't matching up with the reality of how things were developing. So it was like you finally realized that this delay was for a reason, and that maybe you can't right now change this delay into a new chapter. And then with the Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, and Ace of Wands, it's like some of you here going with the flow cards, you may have been feeling, some of you may gone to the extreme of, instead of saying going with the flow and I receive everything that comes to me, some of you Divine Masculine have gotten to the point where you're like, oh, I'm going to go with the flow and I'm not going to make action on anything until it's literally right in front of my face, and like my arm is just on its own, moving towards whatever that opportunity is. Others of you, I feel like with the Seven of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, you're like, okay, let me just see everything that's out there. Let me see everything that comes to me, and the right thing that I'm supposed to select that's going to provide me the right next step in life, I'm going to take. I'm going to be aware and open for it. Others of you are almost like I said, you're too go with the flow, you're too kind of lax about a situation, or you disconnected too much from a situation that it's like you're not seeing opportunities, you're not taking advantage of any opportunities that are coming to you because you may be afraid of things not working out in your favor. So these are like two different groups of you Divine Masculine with this going with the flow. Now the bottom of the deck is the Queen of Swords. So some of you are knowing, I feel like some of you are being logical and know what opportunity is yours to take, and others of you are just cutting out all opportunities because you're not taking action, because you've become too lax with the situation. So let's get some clarifying cards, because I feel like these are two different groups of Divine Masculine. So let's look at the Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles group. Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles, then everything. I'm going to shuffle again because these cards that just fell, the three on top, weren't the ones that flipped over. Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles. The Fool. Like I said, this group, Seven of Cups, Page of Pentacles, you've released and you've surrendered, but in that surrender you said, I'm going to just keep my eyes open for any new opportunity that may be coming toward me, for any new beginning that really aligns and feels stable and feels like it's the right one. Bottom of the deck for that is the Knight of Wands. So previously you may have been trying to make something work again, but it just wasn't happening, like I mentioned. It just wasn't progressing forward, and so you realized that delay was for a reason. So you kind of surrendered to say, I'm just going to keep my eyes and ears open and look for the thing that feels the most stable and most aligned again, and that's the one that I'm going to take the chance on. Now, for this other group of you with this Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, you may be blocking off opportunities that you actually are needing to be taking. Because again, fear of the opportunity not working out. Okay, Two of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups reversed. So for this group of you Divine Masculine with this Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, so those of you who are completely blocking off all potential opportunities, and this one seems to be even blocking off opportunities that feel correct, that feel like you're supposed to be doing them, especially regarding, and this one definitely seems aligned to your twin flame. You may be experiencing that fear like, oh my gosh, I don't want to have any new opportunities because I'm scared that it's not going to work out. I don't want to be living in the past. I have fear that I'm going to repeat a cycle. So instead, it's like you block off potential opportunities. opportunities that feel right, that feel aligned with you, that kind of make you feel good, but it's like you don't want to repeat the same mistakes from the past. You don't want to hold on because there's something that negative that happened. Yeah. And underneath the Six of Cups reversed, we had the Four of Pentacles reversed, and the Lovers upright, and the Three of Pentacles reversed. So for this group of you you're probably not speaking to your divine feminine right now because you're afraid of repeating mistakes from the past. You still feel the connection for sure, but you've kind of released it because you're like, maybe something didn't work out. And I feel like this could have been those of you divine masculine who had kind of false starts, which I think I talked about a few weeks ago with your divine feminine. So why is this Eight of Swords here? So we have the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Cups reversed this time. So this is clarifying the Eight of Swords. So I feel like you're in this phase where you're not entertaining anything, you're not making any action. You're definitely don't seem to be talking to your divine feminine because you feel like your intuition has almost like led you to make the wrong choice in the past, or you feel like it's led you to make the wrong choice in the past. So it's like you're not trusting that you can make the right choice right now. You're afraid of making the wrong choice again. Yeah, Five of Cups. Making a choice that makes you unhappy. So instead you're cutting off everything. You are going with the flow, but you're going with the flow too much where it's like going with the flow is good, but you still have to be realizing when it's time to take action and when it's time to not take action. Right now you're stuck in the I don't want to take any action at all ever because of whatever happened in the past. For this group of you. The other group of you, divine masculine, you are like, I'm going to go with the flow, but I'm going to keep my eyes and ears open for the right thing, so I know when to take action. And let's get a clarifier for the Fool card. Queen of Pentacles reversed. So for those of you who are just keeping your eyes and ears open, you're ready for a new opportunity, you're ready for the right opportunity, and you're just kind of letting things happen until you realize that it's the right one to do. You're ready to have a new start where you're grounded, where there's balance, where you're not feeling, where you feel supported and taken care of and stable, as well as you feel like the situation itself is a fit for you. Because you too have had situations that have not worked out well, that have been delayed, that have not actually been in your best interest, but you're still more open to this possibility of the right thing coming along for you. So that's for going with the flow. I spent a long time on that because we had the two groups. So the next card is Thunderbolt. So truly something having shaken up for the divine masculine, having some type of internal kind of tower moment. And I feel like this is very much realizing, having a shake up internally, being like, okay, a switch has been triggered. My feelings are different. Certain things won't fly anymore because kind of my internal world, my internal protective, my internal house or whatever, structures are on fire because things are different, because I've had realizations, because things have changed. So what is this kind of Tower moment about? Okay, so we have the Five of Cups and it came out like this. So I feel like this Tower moment is about your state of being unhappy. Some of you may have realized or had this kind of internal shift being like, okay, it's not okay for me to feel this unhappy with the way things are. If anything is making me doubt myself, if anything is making me feel sad or unhappy, then those situations need to shift, they need to leave. Because it's not actually benefiting me. Bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles. It's not providing me any balance in my life. And I need balance in my life. That's how you're going to get new cycles. Then we have the Tower again. So it's like this shift has happened, that certain changes need to be made in order for you to not feel, maybe emotionally up and down or emotionally just like distraught like you have been. And you may not have been as outward as the Five of Cups in this depiction of being like moping around, but you're feeling that, like I said, this is very internal for me. So what is this Five of Cups about? Knight of Pentacles reversed. Some of you are realizing that these emotional things that you've been dealing with, that you're feeling, that you've been maybe suppressing, and realizing how other people are emotionally impacting you, you're seeing that it doesn't actually get you anywhere. And you likely have worked hard to not deal with it. You've worked hard, pushed your energy different areas in order to not deal with whatever was making you feel depressed or sad. And you're realizing now you need to not engage in those things anymore. Now the bottom of our deck is another card of balance, Temperance. You're needing to have your emotions balanced. You're needing to make sure that your environment is helping you keep order and balance emotionally. If something or someone in your environment, whether it's your job, your friend, your family, a partner, is making you feel this Five of Cups energy, then you're realizing how much it impacts you, how much it actually doesn't help you. It's actually like burning you alive from the inside out, emotionally. And it's something you don't need to give to anymore. And it's something you have been giving to, because when we maintain connections, energy flows and it does impact us whether we see it or not. From like a 1 + 1 = 2 thing, but that is the way that it works. So let's see. What else is this Thunderbolt card out? Two of Pentacles reversed. It's caused unbalance. And since having this realization about how emotionally not okay you are and how it really impacts you, you've started to put more energy into dealing with it. Dealing with your own emotions that you've been, like I feel, suppressing. Bottom of the deck, Ten of Wands. It's been a burden keeping up your persona when emotionally you feel not so great. Some of you are feeling quite overwhelmed, quite depressed. and seeing the truth of the impact of these kind of emotional things within you. Like, this is your tower moment. This is that another big shifting point happening for you. Realizing the imbalance. Not that you didn't realize it before, but directly like black and white looking at it instead of trying to quote unquote deal with it. And then we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. So it's like, in order to get out of this, you have to, in this situation, you have to address it. Ten of Swords reversed. The Hermit reversed. So you going through this thunderbolt moment, having these realizations, is all for you to realize these things, but then you have to start coming from within. You have to go outward to shift your environment, to shift to this Five of Pentacles reversed. In order to create the balance that you're seeing that you need. We've gotten several cards of balance for this. So you realize how emotionally out of balance you are and how it's needing to be addressed. It's just a matter of starting to take those movements in order to do it. Now, interestingly, having said all of that, our last card is postponement, which is about not taking action, about living like as a shell of yourself, not having the vibrancy of life within you because you're not taking action, because you're just thinking. So let's see what this is about. Postponement. So we have the Star. You're postponing getting to your own goal, getting to what it is you want. The other card that's peeking to come out is the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Pentacles. It's like you're slowly moving towards your goal, but you're not like taking actual movement. The Knight of Pentacles is quite slow, so it's like you're moving quite slowly towards whatever this goal is, whatever this wish is. But it's like you may find every reason in the book to take your sweet time. So why is this postponement card here? The High Priestess. You're postponing what you are literally being guided to do. Four of Cups. It's like you're not happy, but you're not listening to your guidance. So maybe you're getting guided to do something a bit bigger and bolder, or do something more quickly than you would like. And you may also be in this going with the flow, Eight of Swords energy, where you're like, I don't know what the right move is. I'm scared of making the wrong move. I don't trust my intuition. Especially for those of you who are water signs. It's like you may not be trusting your intuition, or air signs. You may not be trusting your intuition, but you may not be trusting your intuition because of past decisions you've made that maybe didn't work out the way you wanted. But at the same time, your intuition is now saying, now go. But it's like you're stuck between here of going with the flow but not wanting to make any decisions. But then your intuition saying it's time to go but not trusting it because of what's happened in the past. It's like, you know, if you make a move, you can have a new positive cycle. This is the last major arcana. You can start this Fool's journey over here, but you're postponing it out of fear. You're postponing making the decision, literally. Underneath the Judgment card is the Star reversed. The Death card, the Nine of Wands. It's like you're overwhelmed. You're scared of things not working out, of not getting to this goal. So it's like no decision is being made, which means no progress is being made either. Which means you're this woman living in black and white instead of like Technicolor. Looking out, feeling scared of making a move, of making the wrong move. And we got 4 cards. So we have the King of Pentacles reversed, the 4 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, and the Justice reversed. So it's like you're not taking any foreseeable, like, grounded, actual action to move anywhere, but you're also not feeling happy where you are now. You're wanting to have this happiness, but you're not balancing the things in your life in order to do so. So it's like, yeah, you're not going to receive the 10 of Cups if you don't make action. If you don't make action and leave something behind, you have to take action to be in this judgment, to make this final decision. You have to balance things. You have to balance whatever this is too. You may be also feeling this thunderbolt energy of being like, I know I need to up and balance my emotions. I may need to change my job. I may need to change my friends. I need to change something. But I'm so scared to change. What if it doesn't work out right? I know I need to, but then what if it still doesn't work in my favor? So I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to go with the flow to the ultimate 8 of Swords degree, where I go with the flow so much that it's almost like stripping your power away from yourself. So what I want to do now is get one more card from the Osho Zen Tarot. Let's just get a card of advice for the Divine Masculine. And I don't want this to be like this is all a negative reading, because it's not negative. It's all about everyone processing and getting to the point where they're ready to take action, where they're ready to make some type of movement. And there are definitely Divine Masculine who are going with the flow and are ready to seize the opportunity when it comes to them. But there are also definitely others who are in that kind of fear of making action, fear of addressing the things that need to be addressed, or listening to their intuition. So we have Control and Sorrow. So I feel like you're literally needing to control your emotions. You're needing to not wallow in this sorrow, not be overly controlling, but you're needing to balance these things. These are like two opposite emotions. Sorrow may make you feel weak, and control may make you feel powerful. But you have to balance these two different emotions in a way that will propel you forward in a balanced way. Intensity is the bottom of the deck. So you don't want to be swept up into the intensity or to the overwhelming feeling of either of those emotions. Excuse me. But they have to have balance. Balance is definitely needed here, and that came through pretty much all of the cards that we got for you, Divine Masculine. So yeah, work on balancing that, of not being too afraid of making the wrong decision, because listening to your intuition and guidance about it won't ever steer you wrong. Even if something doesn't work in your favor, there's something you needed to experience, something you needed to have learned. So that's your reading, Divine Masculine. Let me know definitely in the comments if this resonates with you, if you've been feeling these emotions, especially the kind of being fear of failure, fear of not making the right decision, or postponing the decision you're being guided to make or you feel like you should make. If you're interested in a reading, my website's in the description. Again, I'll keep you updated on the live stream in the next couple of weeks, and yeah, I will see you in my next video.